Well, the beefers and cherry will be eating pretty good because the bedding that I put down just now. You are now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Okay, we got a little bit of a crop update. Went out, picked an ear out of the first field we planted. Today is, what is today? September 28th. I'm nervous if we get a frost. Looking at our weather, we're actually in great shape. It is almost 80 degrees today. Looking at the weather for the next 10 days, we have one night when it drops below 40, like high 39s. Hopefully that's not the case and it stays in the 40s or above. But most of the nights for the next 10 days are all low 48, maybe 50 something. But here is out of the first field we planted. Clearly it needs some more heat. You got to remember, last year we didn't start combining corn until November 8th. This year I'm hoping on us being in a better spot so we can dry our own. But not bad corn. It might make it. I am very nervous. So people start chopping around. There's some people that are done. Anybody with a lot of acres is not even close to done. A lot of people have had to stop chopping because they ran into corn that's too green. But overall, corn crop is late for everybody, at least in the Northeast. But there's some people that are going to start combining with 25% corn, and at the price where it's at, doesn't make any sense. But that's what we got for a crop so far. Hoping that we get another month of decent weather, and we have the dryer set up in that time. But alrighty, let's keep moving. The E60 doing its thing. I had to stop and get my neighbor valve cover gaskets for an E6 motor. I had them on the shelf, so they helped me out, I helped them out. But we got it dug down. We are gonna have to go back and slope the walls some. For some reason, coming across through here, I don't know if there was a culvert here at one point, because they had a bunch of rocks that were all piled up together. But we're following where the existing pathway or waterway was down through, and as you see, we have a ton of sediment that leveled out. But that's going to make all this water go this way. There is another waterway that comes in from the neighboring property across that we should probably dig at some point. But now that we've done this, we got to get a culvert to get back across it. I have a little bit left down at the end, and we'll be good on this project. This will be a big gain because, as John said, he used to pasture cows right out here and it worked absolutely awesome. And we're paying taxes on this area, but we're not utilizing it for anything. The reason why it is wet, because there used to be apple trees all through here, is because the waterways were never maintained. So we'll jump back in it, dig our last 10 feet, and yeah, go on to the next thing. Works pretty slick here. So we got the mini in here. I shoveled out the backup. Took, well, I'll show you. Took this much out so far. Probably half of it without really having to shovel anything, then just had to shovel the back up enough to reach. But we'll drag the rest of it out. Cherry's out on pasture. I gotta switch the beefers around on their pasture because they were up front here still, and they gotta go up back. But I figured I'd clean up everything and keep her happy. A little bleach, spray everything down, even though it's the same animal. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I know Lyme, but like I said, I'm definitely allergic, and Harley is away at work. So we'll do this. Then we'll put some sawdust down, and then we'll put some more bed. We'll bed the beefers pack too. Because the minis are supposed to calve at some point. We got 3 days left in September, and they were supposed to calve in September, so. Good to go. Well, the beefers and chair will be eating pretty good because the bedding that I put down just now is some pretty, let me get you in the sun. I guess sun doesn't do justice on it. It's some pretty good looking stuff. Yeah, the outside of the bale, I was like, yeah, I don't know, it might be a little dusty. Broke it all up, bedded her down, got sawdust underneath it. She did end up breaking. We got her in these water buckets on purpose, instead of having a waterer over here. Those pens, I believe we're going to put waterers in. We're still up in the airs. But she broke one of her clips, so her water bucket's over here, so I got to grab one of those tomorrow. We got a bunch of stuff we got to grab tomorrow before we go down and manure haul, since we'll be starting a little later in the day. They got to set up, but we got the truck moved down there, so it should be easy going.